Word. Hey guys, good morning. Danielle here, and it is just about 6 a.m. And today we're going to be talking about building our team, how to invite people to our team, and then how to coach your coaches once they join the team. So one thing we're really going to be focusing on, and I think many of us forget, is really why we said yes. So before many of you guys who are on our team said yes, you said no. The majority of you guys were like, yeah, that's not for me, or oh, I'm not ready for that yet, or oh, I don't think that's a fit. Then something changed. So you really have to dig back and think, what changed for you? That's the story you need to share with people. Did you need the simplicity of the shake? Did you like the idea of the team and the community? Did you like the idea of the extra income? If the extra income was something that you were motivated by, was it just to get a massage, or was it to be able to pay for dinner out or a vacation? What was it that was that little push? You got to dig into why you got started, because that's where people are right now, on the border. I have people that are ready to go, and then they're like, ooh, I saw this one review, and they just, like, the tiniest things tweak them, and it's just excuses, right? They're just finding that one thing that means they're not going to sign up. I just saw a friend that signed up for Rodan and Fields yesterday. I'm not going to lie, I was really upset about it, because I've been talking to her for 2 years at least, and she really enjoys nutrition, and that's what my focus was. I was like, hey, I know you really like nutrition. I know you really like eating well and helping people. It's something that we need more of, because we have most people who are on the fitness side who aren't necessarily great or excited about the nutrition side. And after she had her son, it was like, hey, how's your fitness doing? Hey, how are you doing? Your kind of alone, because they recently moved right when they had the baby. And how are you doing? Are you getting to the gym? Hey, have you thought about stroller strides? Do they have it out there? And inviting to sneak peeks and stuff like that. So when I saw yesterday, and it was like, I've been looking for something, and I was just like, what did I do wrong? And then I reminded myself, like, obviously Rodan and Fields and Beachbody are two completely different programs. So I didn't do anything wrong. She wants longer lashes, so that's what her thing is right now. I can't give her that with Beachbody. So, but I'm also not going to rule that person out, because they said yes to network marketing. And for many of us who have said yes to one network marketing, we've said yes to others, or had the desire to say yes to others, because we get the concept of it, we get the idea of it, and people aren't going to say yes to us or to our team until there's a need. So we've got to figure out what our need was. For me personally, and I don't share the story enough, when I got into it, I was just getting into the personal training world. I don't want people to be fogged by that, because it's not personal training that drove me into this. It's because of the personal training world that I got exposed to Beachbody. And when I heard people talking about supplements and Shakeology and all the other shakes that existed, I just started to do my research. I had just gotten married. I had just gained weight after my marriage. My eating was just not on track. I had never done supplements, hated dieting. And I was like, let me just look into this, because people I respect and people who are looking for things for their clients are talking about it. So I did my research. I needed something that would work for pregnancy, for nursing, things like that, right? And that's when I found Shakeology. And that's when I said, let me try it. Okay, I really enjoy it. All right, let me share it with a couple of people. It was slow for me. For some people, they're like, I get it. I want this. Yes. And they come out the gate storming. Everyone is different. But I don't share my story enough of how I got into it, because other people that hear that are going to think, oh, Danielle was turning 30. She had just got married. I just got married. She had just put on weight. I just put on weight. I'm really struggling with what to eat, right? Like, we forget about why we said yes in the first place. And that's what's going to connect with a lot of people. And we also need to ask more questions. What are you looking for right now? Oh, I'm looking to lose 10 pounds. Why? I had someone say yesterday that they need to lose 40 pounds. And I thought, wow, like, that just seemed like a lot for her. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, 40, gosh, I wouldn't have thought she needed to lose 40 pounds. Hi, Alessia. She's so beautiful with those curls. Hi. 5?
It's 5.
What's 5?
We've been awake since 5.
Oh, gosh, everyone's awake this morning.
I know.
So just asking why they want what they want. You know what I mean? Is there a deeper thing to it? Are they just not feeling good about themselves? Are they not wanting to buy a new wardrobe? You know, especially at change of the seasons and stuff like that. Are they going on vacation? I have a girl right now that I'm bringing packets to today who talked to me over a month ago. She's going on vacation in February. As soon as she said that and that she's going to the gym and she's dieting, I reached out to her and I said, hey, I think Shakeology will work for you and it'll be, you know, perfect to get you into that routine, blah, blah, blah. She's going to Tropical Smoothie at least 4 days a week. And I was like, and she's like, no, I tell them no added sugar. And I was like, ugh. But it'll still be more affordable for her to do Shakeology than it would be to do Tropical Smoothie. And I said, oh, what are you doing for breakfast? Oatmeal or egg whites? What are you doing for lunch? Salad. I said, oh, with like a good protein, like chicken. And she's like, you know, sometimes. And I was like, what's for dinner? A tropical smoothie, you know, or like a smoothie. And I'm like, God, it really doesn't sound like you're eating very much, you know. But she's in the drive for vacation. So this is my time that I can put something in that's going to be healthy for her, that's going to fill her up, that's going to benefit her, right? And then hopefully after vacation, it's like, I saw the benefit in that. I really liked it. I want to stay on track with this. And my diet was too extreme, so let me implement this so I can still have a little flexibility, right? So they might come in for one reason, and it may be short term, but if we're interacting with them and keeping connected with them and knowing what their why is at different points in their life, it's going to be easier to keep them on track and keep them motivated and keep them connected. One of my challengers right now reached out to me yesterday and was like, I really need personal development right now. What book do you think is good for me? I'm like, what do you want to focus on? Like, that's what I said. I'm like, relationship, self-confidence. I forgot what else I said. I was like, what is your focus right now? And I can help you, but like, I'm not just going to throw a book out there, right? I need to know specific, because whatever she's struggling with right now, that's what needs to speak to her. And that's what we do. And that's what you want to remind people. Hey, it may look like it's just a shake. It may look like it's just fitness, but we really connect with people. We really dig in to see what you need, what is going on right now, you know, why you want the changes that you want and how you're going to get them. Another person said, hey, I read some reviews that the person gained weight from Shakeology. And I was like, I don't really have anyone gain weight from Shakeology. I said, however, anyone who starts a healthy routine, falls off track and goes back to bad habits, naturally they're going to gain their weight back. It only makes sense, right? So things like that, just helping them get through those objections, helping them get through those struggles. Okay, so personally for you guys, have you thought about that? When you saw that question, what was your changing factor? What was your, Paulette, if you can check, it looks like you're kind of, I got you.
What was my changing factor and what?
I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
You looked calm for a second, so I thought we had a chance. Casey, go for it.
So what made me decide to say yes finally? Basically?
Right. Like, why was it the no before, and what was the transition? What made you say yes?
I had recertified, and I knew that the first time I had done nothing with it. I spent that money, I spent all that time and effort, and I was really proud of the certification, and this time even stepping it up. But I was always disappointed in myself that I never did anything with it. And I knew, and the reason why was because I was just afraid to fail at it. So I finally, you approached me again about it. Just
we were working out.
Yeah,
in North Carolina.
Right, yep. Right, and asking me, what are you going to do with it this time? And it really made me think, I need to do something with it this time. And I've always known that I would wind up doing something like this. But I got to thinking about, the girls and what it would mean to just be a traditional personal trainer at the gym and leaving them more places and missing out on taking Tessa to school or being there for parties at school and things like that. So this offered me an opportunity to finally use my certification without missing out on things with her and Amelia. And so it it got me thinking more about getting over my fear of failure and, finally contributing to the income and doing what I have been wanting to do, and utilizing the thing that I paid so much money for and worked so hard to get.
Right. And that definitely is not on social media.
No.
And that's big because we were on vacation and we were working out together, and I didn't say, hey, I really think you should be a coach because this and that. I was like, so what are you doing now? Like, what's your plan? Like, I dug into that because I wanted to know where Casey was at. What is your plan? What's your ideal? What do you want to do? And the ideal is I'd love to work at a gym and I'd love to teach classes. But at the same time, like, I've got the girls and I have the flexible schedule is really hard. And, I think you even had said that you had talked to someone and it was like you weren't just going to get people, like you'd have to bring people in. Like most gyms, like you have to bring in your clientele. Some places they, so sorry, I'm delayed. I don't know why this messes up like right before. Some places they have a lot of people who are needed, but it's typically at a time you're not going to want to train.
Right.
You may not have a big realm of personal trainers right now. However, if you're posting that on social media at least once a week, if your friends know trainers, if your friends know, people, studio owners, if your friends know people in that field, they might be like, Sarah, you should connect with Casey because I know you're really struggling when the girls get sick and canceling classes and having someone cover you. And you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's not always about who you know, but who you get the message out to. So definitely something that needs to be typed up, that needs to be shared. And you can copy and paste that every single week. You know what I mean? And share that story and maybe with a different picture. But sharing like, hey, this is what I wanted. This is what was realistic. And the world of personal training is going online, is going virtual. So, all right, I'm going to turn my video off for a second because I'm sure I was on with Trina yesterday and she was so funny. She's like, this is distracting me. I was like, God, I wonder if it's distracting to the girls. Amanda? I got you. Unmuted. So, well, Amanda, yours was a little bit different. I mean, you're like me, so you were pretty quick to say yes. So I don't think I ever got a no from you.
You didn't even message me.
Yeah, I had posted something.
You friended me on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, sweet."
I think then I was like, I went to the workout. I posted something on Facebook like 3 days later, and you were like, "What do you do?" You're like, "Because I think I want to do that."
I think it was about it wasn't directly about Beachbody. I mean, it was, but you were talking about the freedom of coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Literally, I messaged you. Like, okay, I want to do this. Can we meet? I just need to know, I asked her, all the logistics questions. I was like, but I don't want to drink Shakeology. So.
Yeah, you're like, what is this about? I'm already doing the workouts. And obviously, Amanda's story is different, but not from many. It's different from a lot of people maybe on our team, but there's a lot of people out there who have already had a weight loss journey. They've already had a significant amount of weight loss, and now they're looking for that next thing. And honestly, it's an ideal coach because you've had success by teaching yourself, you know what I mean? Which is so much harder to do, but more realistic and more long-term. So for those people, it's like, hey, here's the next step. Here's something to give you a little bit more structure. Here's something to help other people who are looking to do the same thing. So Amanda's was a lot different, but again, you look at personality. You know what I mean? I say yes to a lot of stuff because I don't have the fear unless I can't get out of it. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, yeah, I'll try it. If I can't get out of it, hi. Oh, you can't see me because my video is.
She's just looking.
She's the baby.
Insane.
She's Alexia's head. She's like, there's another kid in there. So it's remembering that. You know what I mean? Talking to the people. I'm more face to face. Amanda's a face to face. So it was like, hey, can we meet up? And we did within days. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? So things like that. All right. Miss Paulette, it looks like I got you, girl. Oop, I just muted you. There you go.
So my why, of course, is much different than everybody else is. Mm-hmm. I kind of saw it as an opportunity for me to be able to build a business where I'd be able to stay at home. Mm-hmm. And then through that, just like not realizing how much I was going to need the company.
Mm-hmm.
And so like my why is completely changed from when I actually said yes to become a coach
Mm-hmm.
to where I am now, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. So for me, I was so unhappy with my job. I was looking for another way out. And I knew that it was going to take a little bit of time. I don't know if I realized how much time it was going to take, but
well, you've had a big bump in the road. So
yeah, I did.
It
But,
was more personal development over the last.
Yeah. So, but it was just, like I said, the timing that I said yes to become a coach was the time that I needed this the most. And now it's just a matter of just helping people as much as I can on like letting them know that everything will be okay. Like, and they can survive anything.
Yeah. And obviously your message can't share that you're trying to leave your job right now. So it is focusing on, hey, when I got into this, my why was different. And you don't have to share that whole story. But like, I don't need to share that because it dug into so much deeper, you know, and you did see other moms like yourself. I saw other new moms who were having success with the programs and enjoying the environment and the community, who were digging into personal development. That was a big thing for you because that was something that you were like, that's something I need more of. And sharing more and using the right wording of, I had no idea that I would have a huge bump in the road with my marriage at the same time that I joined this. And I remember saying, I don't think I'm going to be able to continue because like I've got so much going on. I need to focus on that. And I said to you, you got to focus on you, because if you're not taking care of you, if you're like too many women, especially who aren't planning on separating or their marriage falling apart in the blink of an eye, go all in with their husband. And it's just like, whatever you want, I'll do whatever you want, right? Like, let's just fix this. And they get so lost that it's like, you've got to work on you. Like if that's happening, both individuals have to work on themselves. And there's a point when then you merge that together. And that's what you guys have had. But the first few months was you significantly working on yourself. So making sure that that story is shared. It's okay to say, you know, you've had a bump in the road in your marriage. It's okay if people who work with your spouse sees that. It's the reality. And you know what I mean? You don't have to say X, Y, and Z happen. It's just like, listen, this huge thing that I was not expecting happened in my marriage at the same time that I was trying to better myself. And I felt so weak and I felt so like, what am I doing? And in reality, it was the perfect time. Like,